In this problem, I will be using dimensional analysis to convert a rate. We are told a client is to receive 8 milliunits per minute of oxytocin IV infusion via a pump. If the order states oxytocin is available 30 units mixed in 500 milliliters of LR, how many milliliters per hour should the infusion run? When you are converting a rate, typically the order will be given to you as some rate. It does say here the order states oxytocin 30 units in 500 mLs. But if you think about it, what we would actually want to happen and what we are set to administer and what we need to make sure happens is 8 milliunits per minute. So that is the rate that I'm starting with. The rate that I'm starting with is 8 milliunits, so I'll abbreviate that MU, per 1 minute. What I want at the end, when I am done converting using dimensional analysis at the end of my problem, I want to figure out how many milliliters per hour is the patient receiving. That's what I need to figure out to set the pump. It should be obvious that I don't have either one of those two units, milliliters or hours, as my answer right now. I have milliunits and I have minutes. I can cancel out minutes. That shouldn't be an issue. Minutes to hours, using a dimensional analysis approach, I am multiplying by a conversion factor. I know there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. I have minutes in the numerator and hours in the denominator because I need to cancel out minutes. Minutes is given to me in the denominator, so in order to cancel it, it needs to be in the numerator. I would have hours just by multiplying right here. The next step would be to convert milliunits somehow into milliliters. Now, do not reach for your conversions to memorize sheet. There is no direct conversion between the milliunits and milliliters. This is what we have to look at, what's available. We are told that there are 30 units contained in 500 milliliters. In order to cancel out milliunits and get into milliliters, it looks like units is going to have to be an intermediate step. So what I'm going to do here is to figure out how many and cancel out how many milliunits are contained in just a unit. And I can write out unit here. Now again, we are looking at a metric system conversion here. Milli is a prefix for thousandths. We know that 1 unit will contain 1,000 milliunits. So by multiplying by 1 over 1,000, I would figure out how many units per hour the patient would receive. I am not looking for units per hour, I'm looking for milliliters per hour. So my final step will be to cancel out units and go into milliliters. This is what is available. I am told there are 30 units contained in 500 milliliters. So through this process of dimensional analysis, I was able to convert minutes into hours, milliunits into units, and then units into milliliters. And what I have now is if I multiply by these conversion factors, my number here, my numerical answer, will have a unit of milliliters per hour. So I'm going to multiply the numerators. If you take, in this example, let's take 8 times 60 times 500, and what we get is 240,000. That's what happens when you multiply the numerators. In the denominator, you're going to get 1,000 times 30. This is 30,000. Simplifying these numbers, it should be a very nice number here. What we're going to get is 8. That means that we are going to set the pump for 8 milliliters per hour.